Aren't certain races at the, top of the world and some races are at the bottom?
Well, I think the African American race is at the top of the world.
How is that, ma'am?
Look at all the things we've done. Look at all the things that we've accomplished.
Right.
Look at all the things that we've been able to do and what we have gone through.
What would you say the best race of woman is for the black man?
A black woman,
A black woman? Why would you say that?
because it's a black woman.
But don't you feel like a white woman would be better for a black man?
Immediately, no.
Why?
Why would she?
Because
A good man is good for a black woman.
Amen.
It doesn't matter if he's black, white, Asian, Indian. It doesn't matter what he is. Any man is a good man. It doesn't matter what color. he
no.
is.
So what is the best woman to date for a black man? What race of woman?
It's not a matter of race.
It's not.
It's a matter of what woman is going to be able to add to his life.
Okay.
Not whether she's black or white. It's
So-
whether she can add to his life.
So you don't think race has a factor to doing that?
I do not.
Aren't certain races at the, top of the world and some races are at the bottom?
Well, I think the African American race is at the top of the world.
How is that, ma'am?
Look at all the things we've done. Look at all the things that we've accomplished.
Right.
Look at all the things that we've been able to do and what we have gone through, and we're still standing strong.
That is true, but the black man and the black woman has not found a way to make it to the top with as far as financially.
Says who?
It's like that.
I've seen a plethora of different African Americans, black people who are at the top, who are making a lot of money. It may not be as advertised as many of those that we don't know about, but there are many who are up at the top. We just don't know about all of who they are because they may not be flaunting it as much. And then you have what are a lot of what you would consider Caucasian businesses and companies and who they cater to at the top of the Forbes list. Most of the time are those who are of their own race.
So you're saying that black people have money, but it's just not talked about. So
Why do you think I'll use the United States as an example.
okay.
But why do you think the United States would try to give so much attention to so many different black people who are making that kind of money that it would make us what? Look like we're on the top of the world. And that would increase our value. So not only will the white people have to look at us as being more valuable, then the black people would start to perhaps act differently because they too would know, oh wow, they're capable of making a lot of money. They already have a fear of their race being abolished. But if you start putting black people and recognizing black people for the money that they're making and for the credentials of the different things that they're doing, black people have been inventing things for years.
But black people never get the credit for those things.
Black people never get the credit. So if that table turned, and what if the black people start getting the credit? Then we'd have black Elon Musk. We'd have black Bill Gates. And we do have that. But again, they just don't want to give us that credit.
But most black people I see, they're always complaining about, struggling on money and finances and things like this. Like most of them I see, are not at the top and doing things that are that of wealthy people. Right, so tell me where are these people that have all this wealth and that are black?
Baby, they are out there.
They're out there.
They are out
They're
there.
like Bigfoot.
They're like Bigfoot. You just may not see them, but trust me.
They just come out in the dark, that's it.
They are out there. There are a lot of different African Americans, black people who are making a lot of money, who are doing big things. You just don't hear about it, you don't know about it. Even when you look at some of the background of the developer of different cars, there's some people out there who are doing it. You would not know about black race car drivers because they don't put a lot of light on that.
Oh, right.
And they are making a lot of money,
That
but
is
you don't
true.
hear about them. You don't hear about any of those black race car drivers. When you look at, even from a gymnast standpoint, when you look at the black gymnasts as far as from even 10 years ago up until recently when we've had our top African American or black gymnast that has come out and the things that she's doing, but they still don't want to give her that much credit. Because now she's taking a light away from all of the other gymnasts.
Right.
But guess what? Now we got more, because of that, we have more and more black gymnasts that are coming out and that are crushing the competition to the point where they got to change the rules of what you can do and not do, because guess what? We on top.
I see black people, they're on top, maybe in like sports and things like that. But I mean, like the everyday average black man and woman, they're mainly struggling compared to, the white race. They don't struggle as bad as the black people do. Wouldn't you agree with that though? Like there is, the minorities, like you're talking about, those Bigfoot black people. Not like that, but you get what I'm saying. But the majority of the everyday black men and women struggle over finances and things like that.
I would disagree.
You would?
However, that does come with somewhat of a disclaimer.
Okay.
Because again, knowledge is power. And the more knowledge you know is the more power that you will have.
Okay.
So when you look at in our race and our culture, that gets very suppressed when it comes to education.
Right. Yeah.
Intentionally.
Yeah.
However, there are many who are more educated and some who are less educated, and it's not always about the education or the degree. It is about the education, but not necessarily the degree that will get you further in reference to the success, and that being the financial success that you will also have. So when you have someone like Jay-Z, when you have Beyonce, when you have a lot of these, Timberland, they're making money.
Yeah.
They're on top.
Right.
So that just kind of discounts the fact and the question of why can't we be on top, and that we're not on top. We are on top. There are a lot of us that are on top. It just may not be as highlighted as it is. You got black people. If you go to Black Enterprise, you'll find those people.
Right.
If you go online and look up some of the top wealthiest people, Oprah would not have been on top if she didn't have her show and people were giving her the accolades that she was deserving of in order for her to keep growing. Right. No one would have known.
But there are certain rules that, black people at the top have to live by because, like the people like the Jewish people, these are the people who are controlling them. So
Absolutely.
Even in the media, the Jewish people are telling those black people what to say in like their music and rap songs and things like that.
The key to what it is that you are saying, which I do commend you on taking on this topic and this subject.
Right.
But the thing that you have to, keep in mind is you're generalizing.
Oh,
You're generalizing everybody. So just like with white people, all white people are not on top. All white people are not wealthy. All white people are not, I guess, as far as what you would consider wealthy in finances. However, there are a few.
Right.
And it's the same thing with black people. It's the same thing with Jewish people. All Jewish people are not wealthy.
That's true. That's true.
All Chinese people, Asian people are not wealthy.
So who do you think controls the world? Like who's at the top, the top elite people telling everybody else what to do? Because there are people at the top.
I think it's a mix.
A mix of white and black?
I think there's a mix, but the mix more consists of white Americans and other cultures. So when you look at Russians, they control some things.
Right.
Some Asian countries, they control some things. When you look at Indian from India, which is part of the Asian culture, they control things. Jewish,
Right.
they control some things.
Do you think the black man will ever be in that position where they control the world?
I do believe so. I have faith in that. It's just we're just taking it a step and a step. It may not be in our lifetime, but I do believe so.
Okay. I do like this woman's answers. We'll go ahead and move on to some other people, but
If you need any other information, you can go through him, and he can contact me.
what do you do for a living?
Cybersecurity.
Or cybersecurity? How do you have so much knowledge?
My age, experience, life,
Life. Okay.
and being around some wealthy people.
Wealthy people? Who are these wealthy people? Really quick.
I can't say who the wealthy.
You can't say that?
No.
Oh, because they're like Bigfoot. Bigfoot doesn't want to be out there in the... Okay, I understand. Thank you, ma'am. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
I be on the game, but it ain't the same unless I'm with my brothers, and you know that is a game. Which is crazy, know that is real crazy. Got your shawty number, maybe she gon' call me baby.